Hey guys, wanted to give you a quick update on what's going on out here in the shack. I had hoped to get out here today and after work and get a good bit done. What was supposed to be a 4-hour day turned into a 7-hour day. I won't get into all the details, but wound up having to make a 3-hour round trip to keep a customer happy. So I didn't, and then meeting with my wife after I got back in town at Olive Garden, I didn't get home until probably about 5. So I almost didn't come out here, but the more I thought about it, more I said, I've got to try to get this done. So what I did, I'll give you a shot here. I've got my shelves mounted on both ends. I got my wife's Cannonball Express .027 scale displayed now. This thing only has 2 pieces of straight track, so I wasn't able to get the C&O yellow flat car up there. I have to keep my eyes open and look out for a flat piece, or a straight piece I should say, so I can complete the set up there. Also on this side, I mounted the other shelf over here and put my Campbell Soup train HO scale up on this shelf. My buddy Todd had given me this, the one that had gotten me into this hobby. It does not run. I don't really know why. That engine doesn't make a bit of noise. I tried it on the track, and truthfully, I'm not really that worried about it. I'm not going to be running it anyway, so I thought it'd make a good display piece. Alright guys, that's what I got done out here tonight. One thing I did want to show you, kind of give you a heads up on, I know some of you has already seen on the on Train Life, Brian Chassis. I know there's some other numbers and so forth to it, but he has been doing a jam-up job on his layout. I think it's loosely based on the Virginian layout that was in the Modern Railroad magazine a couple of months ago. But you know, his mountain, his rock formations, I have just fell in love with it. Between him and Tom McEwen and John Warren and a couple other people that, you know, kind of just went brain dead to work on their mountains and so forth. Big E 61 on YouTube. You know, I've been wanting a mountain out here. I knew I wasn't never going to be satisfied, but in the town that I'm supposed to be emulating, which is Tabor City, North Carolina, my hometown, you know, it's in the plains. It's not mountainous. But I have decided that I am going to a mountain. This corner over here, those 2 cars right there that you see, that piece of track there that they're on was supposed to be the track for my sawdust loading area of my lumber mill. Looking at the lumber mill on Walter's catalog, the footprint of it, it was just no way it was going to fit in here. And with the lumber yard and the sawdust loader and whole 9 yards. So I decided to quit trying to condense so much in so small an area, because this is only a 10 by 12 foot shack. So what I've done is, this track will probably stay. Reason being, like I said, from about here, that whole corner, probably coming out about where those trees are, and about to there, which that'll be a tunnel portal, as well as the starting part that I just showed you. All that's going to be mountainous. And where the trees and all are, I'm going to make a kind of a rock quarry there. And so therefore I will be, you know, having hoppers there to haul the rocks off with. So not only do I gain a mountain, but I gain another industry that I'd never even thought of. I'm going to still base my businesses on Tabor City. Like for instance over here, getting back here, this is still going to be my oil company, and it's still going to be called Yam City Oil. which it was an oil company back in the 60s from my hometown, and I'm going to continue to do that. Over here, well, this Tractor Supply building and unloading area is going to remain, as the Lady Tabor Yams building, it's also going to remain. The one change in the track that I've decided to make, all of this right here, from this switch starting about in here where it hooks to the straight piece, that basically is going to curve back over towards that yardstick in that area, and that's going to open up all this area here back, and my lumber mill is going to set in here, and back where the yardstick is going to be where my sawdust loading area is, and then I'll have all this area for log unloading, lumber stacking, etc. I can take lumber stacks, create large lumber stacks, cut, kind of groove out the back sides of them to rest over those tracks, with a few trees to hide the entrance and exit of the train. You'll never see the train going through there, but yet it'll look like a lumber mill without, that outside circular track going through. But all this is coming up. This switch is coming up. Every bit of this is coming up, and then, like I say, from there curving out to over here is going to be where my sawdust area is. So that's going to basically be a dead-end track. It's no longer going to connect into there, so my train is not going to be able to come all the way through all these industries and reconnect there. Basically what it's going to have to do, and I'll give you a quick shot here. The train, as it comes over to lift out, which I don't have up right now, it's going to come in here. It's going to enter the industrial town area. Basically he's going to come all the way in, come on to the inner switch siding here, and I'm going to be parking the train on this siding here, or this track here, the main track. I'm going to be parking here. For the oil company, anything that's back the direction I just came from, it'll be up at the back of the train, so that way I can disconnect, unhitch, come all the way up here through this switch, then basically back through this area until I get to the back side of the train, until I come all the way back to this switch, and then get back side of the train and hook in here. I'll hook in there for the oil company. Basically, I'll come in here, I'll back up here, and then come down in here and drop the tank cars. Back out, then I'll come back around. If I've got anything for, say, Lady Tabor Yams or the Tractor Supply place, I'll come into the back side of this. Now the caboose, I forgot to mention, the caboose is going to be dropped out there on the main line before I come into the industrial area. So then it's going to grab the Tractor Supply stuff, cars, also the Lady Tabor Yam cars. Both, it's going to come back out again. Going to get back onto that outer track and come all the way down, and then enter this switch, pushing the cars into here to unload the tractors. Back out, change the switch, come back again, and then back into the Lady Tabor Yam area. One last thing, well, actually two things. Now, one thing I failed to mention, when I first started this thing, if I have any cars for the rock quarry, I would, have them on the front end, and when I started forward, I would take them with me so that I basically could back them, back them all the way down this side, this switch, siding, and onto this switch here and there to drop the cars for the rock quarry or to pick up cars, whichever the case may be. And then for the lumber cars, basically it'll come out, come back down here to the back side of the train, come in here, grab the log cars or the pulpwood cars or the sawdust cars, whatever the case might be, follow it down, and I know y'all getting drunk by now, and basically enter into the lumber mill and connect over there where the yardstick is. They'll drop the cars there, and then basically come back out, come on this inner switch here, and reconnect with the train. And you got to remember, there's no heading out to my right, so therefore you'll have to back your way out, all the way back out, all the way to the main track, hook into the caboose and all, and whatever's left there, and then go through that switch and on back around and through the mountain in that corner. So as you can see, there'll be a lot of switching. There'll have to be a lot of decisions on what cars are going to have to be placed where, so that I can reach them and make sure that I grab them from the correct end. I hope I didn't make you drunk and moving you around all that ways. I guess I should have probably stood still and just described it. But anyway, that's the general idea. I'm pretty happy with that. I hate to lose that other, cut through. I hate to lose this other end that connects down here. But to gain the area over there, that huge area for my lumber mill, to where, I can do it right, which the lumber mill is my main concentration. It's my main business on here. If I didn't do anything else, that have to be on here. So, I've got that, and then, like I say, I've got my mountain over here, and my tunnels. So, I mean, the best of both worlds. I've got a couple of buildings in the house. I have no clue what I'm going to do with now. I'm thinking I might can get them in here between these two tracks, up in here. But one's a huge theater, and the other one is, I'm not sure if it's a cleaner's or an eatery or what, but I'm probably going to have to sell them because I did want some farmland, and that would be perfect to put farmland in right in there. So I may end up having to sell them buildings, which would be fine if I could find the right buyer and enough money for them. Brand spanking new. The plastic's off the boxes, but they've never been touched as far as anything broke off. Everything's together like it come from the factory. But to gain my mill over here, which I think is about 80-90 bucks, those other two cost me about that much. So hopefully I'll be able to get rid of those, and in turn take that money and buy the lumber mill and be done with it. Alright guys, let me get out of here. Dog it. It's 13 minutes. I said this is going to be short, but once again, the mouth of the South has risen again. So, give me your comments, your thoughts. Let me know what you think. I'm almost totally happy with that plan. Like I say, I hate to lose that other end, but it gives me a whole mess of switching that I have to do, and I have to decide, which end I'm going to pull from because of the fact that I can't go out that other way. So, let me know what you think. Whether pro, con, reasons why. Give me feedback. I need all the help I can get. Anyway, take care, guys. We'll catch you again on Train Life on YouTube, Facebook. Take care. Talk to you later. Bye.